All right, Shalom. I want to start off by giving our praises to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, Bashem Rakar Kodash, double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone that rule well. Salutations to the hopeful elect, pushing this word in sincerity and truth on the four corners of the earth. All right, and just a quick lesson. I read into this article on RT News called "Constellation War: White House Fence to Double in Size." And it speaks to the sedition amongst men, all right, which is, the rise up against authority, all right, the authority being the American government. All right, never in American history has these precautions against the people been taken, man. All right, the White House being doubled in size, right? And, that speaks to, once again, the sedition amongst men. All right, so I'm going to get into the article. It says the White House is replacing its fence with one nearly twice as tall after several attempts to storm the presidential residence. One wall President Trump will finally get without fighting Congress tooth and nail. At over 13 feet, the new fence will stand about twice as tall as the current one and cost $64 million. The Secret Service told the AP, aside from wider and stronger pickets, the agency didn't share the details of the state-of-the-art security features that will be incorporated into the barrier, adding that construction will begin this summer and continue into 2021. After the White House itself is secured, the fence around the Treasury Department and Executive Office building will be beefed up. Says White House security realized the need for a taller fence after multiple breaches during Barack Obama's presidency, including a 2014 incident in which a Texas man scaled the fence with a knife, crossed the north lawn, and made it inside the building before he was caught, despite a spiky anti-climb barrier added after that incident. A man from California climbed it in 2017 anyway. Armed with a can of mace, he prowled the residence grounds for a full 17 minutes before he was apprehended. In addition to intruders, the White House has seen a spike in public suicides, with a man from Maryland setting himself on fire, which was recent, across the street from the building last month, and an Alabama man shooting himself in the middle of the crowd near the north fence last year. Twitter was almost relieved that the wall-obsessed president had finally gotten what he wanted, at least in some shape. And this is a tweet from Torre, which is like, he's really in hip-hop media, all right? But construction to begin on taller White House fence. Trump finally gets his wall. And this is another tweet. Trump finally gets his fence, and none for you peons. 64 million. Who got this sweet contract? I had 2,000 feet of wrought fence installed at my house for 25,000. That's $12.5 per foot. Even if Trump's fence costs $200 per foot, you can install 56 miles of it for 64 million. So another tweet. Nope, won't work. He'll still be able to get out. Talk about Trump. Though many remain upset that he had reportedly ordered U.S. troops at the Mexican border to begin painting that fence earlier this week, both to improve aesthetic appearance and to absorb heat so that anyone trying to climb it would burn themselves. Some barriers along the southwestern border, including in Nogales, have been painted white, a color which border officials says makes it easier for them to detect migrants compared to the typical brown color. Last month, however, the Washington Post reported that President Trump was pressing officials to paint the barriers black so that they would absorb heat and become too hot for immigrants to climb. CBP has not specified what color the Calexico border fence will be painted. Military to spend a month painting barriers to improve aesthetic appearance. Color of paint is still unknown. Trump wants black paint to absorb heat and burn migrants as they try to climb the fence. All right. So basically, all right, when you look at this Constellation War, all right, the White House fence doubling in size, all right, it speaks to the sedition amongst the men that the scriptures said will happen. All right, this is to protect the president. All right, never in American history have these precautions been taken against the people, man. All right, because the president fears that somebody will come in there and do something to him. All right, scriptures say they will not regard their kings or princes, man. All right, they know that the people, the spirit of the American people, is to rebel. All right, and the scriptures say, if Satan's kingdom be divided against itself, how shall it stand, man? All right, so I just wanted to do that quick lesson. All right, I hope it was edifying. With that, I'm gonna say shalom.